exact way.
Hi everyone, my name is Devin, and I'm going to be doing a short presentation today. I called it Zen and Contemplation equals Mysticism, and that's kind of what the formula and the goal of this 10-minute presentation is going to be about. What is mysticism? How does it relate to over there on the top left, you see Zen, which is related to meditation. And then on the right, you've got contemplation, which is related more towards Bible, thinking about God and Christ, and the whole kind of mystery in both, putting them together. Okay, let's start off with a story called The Moving Mind. Two men were arguing about a flag flipping in the wind. It's the wind that is really moving, started the first one. No, it's the flag that is moving, contended the second. A Zen master who happened to be walking by overheard the debate and interrupted them. Neither the flag nor the wind is moving, he said. It's the mind that moves. With that, let's go a little bit deeper into Zen.
Have had an image of the universe in which it's run by somebody. The Lord God is in control. And he made it all, he engineered it all, he understands all about it, and he remains in control. The Chinese is exactly the opposite. It looks upon the universe as not being in control at all, but as being perfectly orderly of itself. So he says the great Tao flows everywhere, both to the left and to the right. It loves and nourishes all things, but does not lord it over them. And when good things are accomplished, it lays no claim to them.
So I just want to put into context the Tao. It came from China, which turned into Zen when it came into Japan. So the Tao is the same as or similar as Zen, which is the same as the way. So when we talk about the way, it's generally to have originated earlier than even Buddhism, and that's where Zen comes from. And to go a little bit more into that background, um, it's really interesting to note that Zen approached Buddhism in a very direct and practical way. Yes, it's still going after enlightenment, which is the most fundamental aspect of Buddhism, but it went away from some of the scriptures and the rituals and the objects of worship. So this is Zen. It traces all the way back to India, when Buddhism came in China. It was called Chan, and now it's took root. Like maybe someone could after the presentation that knows more about history of religions, like the 13th century, it came into Japan. But so we're looking at Zen, and it came from the Tao, which is Buddhism, and then which came from India, which was like 2500 BC or something like that. But the important thing is the Tao and Zen are the most synonymous thought beliefs we have yet. And this is more modern Zen right here.
If I allow you to leave here this evening under the impression that you understand something about Zen, you will have missed the point entirely. Because Zen is a way of life, a state of being that is not possible to embrace in any concept whatsoever. So that any concepts, any ideas, any words that I shall put across to you this evening will have as their object showing you the limitations of words and of thinking.
I like remembering, if nobody is unclear, Zen, it's basically opening up our small mind. And how do they do that? What are the practices of Zen? Well, I looked up on a Zen school website, and this is what it said. Sit down and be quiet. It's very simple, and it's all about awareness. Again, being aware of the present moment by concentrating your mind. And it also is a transformation of it says transformation of consciousness. That is to say, to experience your own existence at every moment. The way that we experience our own existence in every moment, that is Zen. And there's one more description. It's a beginner's mind. The Zen mindset is accepting what is and seeing things, like I said, with an open mind, with fresh eyes, and like a beginner. And here's another video that describes it. And see how Zen can benefit you.
Truth is, you don't have to force clarity or peace. Sometimes you just need to sit with your thoughts and let them settle. Think about it. How often do we let distractions pull us in every direction? How often do we chase things that don't really matter, approval, possessions, or fleeting success? Yet, in the quiet moments, when we stop and breathe, we realize that what truly matters isn't out there. It's already within us.
What truly matters is not out there. It's already within us. That's what Zen is trying to get to. What is inside us, and transforming that place. Now, let's go a little bit more Western. Thomas Merton, he actually wrote this book called The Palace of Nowhere. Well, him and another author wrote this enlightening book. And one of the problems is identity. It's a problem in both the East and the West. Who are we? And he actually sees it as like a crisis. I'll read it. It's from Merton's Palace of Nowhere by James Finley. For Christians, and I believe he thought for Buddhists, human persons are selves involved in a crisis of identity. It is the process of creating identity in this sense, coming to a ridding of self that most fascinated Merton. In each case, the process has an element. Call it gift or grace or mystery, which is not rationally comprehensible or controlled. Let's see the last part about how the Bible fits into Zen. Okay, John 14:6 is a Bible verse, and it says, Jesus answered, I am the truth, the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me. And that way is the Tao, which is Zen. And understanding how these things are connected, like the yin and yang, this very mysterious, pervading universal principle, what I found is what mysticism is, and how it's when you think you have it, you really don't. You really have realized how there is really nothing there. I like how it says the mystic is simply one who sees things as they are. He sees all of life as coming from God, sustained by God, and returning back to God. And once again, this is from the contemplation of God and seeing things of all coming from God. On the Western side, which is what Thomas Merton was advocating, it's Christ, the foundation of love and law is the Lord. On the Zen side, the foundation of that emptiness is really trying to fill that emptiness with something after it's been emptied. And so the question is, can they coexist together? And I am completely clear that Zen and Christianity invigorate and deepen our prayer life and our spiritual growth. So basically, if contemplating Christian things like worship and prayer and reading the Bible and fellowship, all the Christian disciplines that I've been taught, that I know of. Zen, I thought that Zen was separate, that there was like a curtain that didn't allow me to learn about, to practice it, to understand. And after doing this research, I'm completely clear that that Zen can be incorporated with my Bible practice. I just thought it was a wonderful thing that I got from this book, and I wanted to share it with everybody. That's all.
Join our next gathering. For the date and time, check out aslansway.com.